Previously on Plotty Time.
No, he has so much personality. It's like a Pixar movie where they have
just like
fall in love with that fucking robot. Please.
I have my thesis written on space pirates versus sky pirates.
I can't get into it now. We only have a couple of minutes.
You got to go soon, right?
Yeah. I always try to keep you guys guessing because that makes the best radio. when you guys have no fucking idea what's happening. Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
That ass clown is a skid mark on our collective underwear.
On the other side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
I want to take the fat from my ass and inject it in my fingers so when I wave, I look like Mickey Mouse.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, I told you, Tucker, I'm a zero with the ladies. They hate my face. Welcome to Plotty Time. This week, we got nothing for the correction crevice because we're just perfect. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the last one we recorded.
We might even have to retire the crevice soon.
Yeah. I mean, why even bother mentioning it if we're perfect every week, right? Next week, we'll do a correction that we brought up the correction crevice, even though it's been perfect. That's how good we are. Anyway, let's get to then the stuff we do every week. We'll talk about what we played, what we watched, what we do. Starting with the man we always start with, Dr. Syintist. What's going on with you, buddy?
Well, I played Code Vein, and I beat it.
Oh, is it short?
25 hours, 30 hours.
Sounds pretty short.
Maybe even longer. I don't know exactly how long I played it. But I'm going for the other endings now where you can just run through it.
Oh, nice.
You mentioned it like the last 3-ish weeks?
Yeah.
Just dipping your toes in. Trying to get around Persona 5, obviously.
I platinumed Persona 5 like a month and a half ago.
Oh.
Brag.
And I started playing Tony Hawk again, trying to go for the gaps. Trying to find all
there
those.
is a gap thing?
There's a, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, there's a trophy for finding all the gaps. And I was like, I'll get that one. What the hell? It's fun trying to find the gaps.
Is it like in the menu?
Yeah, there's a list.
A gap list, all right.
Yeah. Some you still have to look up because how are you supposed to know what fucking big rail is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They give you a description, but they don't. Some of them aren't super helpful.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you nail the super nar gap. And you're like, what the fuck is that?
So you've been playing it too?
I've been jumping in a little bit. Yeah, I'll get to me in a sec. You go ahead. Keep going.
And
Tell
then
us all about it.
played a little bit of Fall Guys too. And it's just, I don't know, ever since they updated it, it lags a lot on me and it makes it almost impossible to do things. Yeah. Like, I can't break people grabbing me. I don't know if there's some trick to doing that, but like as soon as someone grabs me, they can just push me and I can't stop it. Or people
Was there a way to break it before?
Yeah. If you press R2 and jump, you could usually broke it. But, I don't know. And then, like, I can't grab people, like, when they're tail games and stuff.
I can never do that. I hate when a tail game comes up.
Like, I go to grab them, and then they're, like, halfway across the screen by the time I even press the button.
So, have either of you guys won one yet?
No.
Don't be silly.
Yeah, what do you think we are? I don't get to sit at home and play for hours and hours and hours on end. Like the people who get everything every day.
Well, maybe one day everyone else will be lagging.
Yeah, I'm hoping less people start playing soon.
That's an interesting strategy. Everyone else will start to suck eventually.
Other than that, I just finished watching Discovery, Star Trek Discovery, season 1 and 2. So now I can start watching season 3 as that rolls out. I also finished watching Eureka again. And I started...
Oh, nice.
What?
I just said all nice.
And then I started watching season 2 of Review last night because it's so good.
It's a great show.
Oh, the glory hole episode of episode 1, season 2. Forgot all about that one.
Oh, that's right. Where he keeps, yeah. I don't want to ruin it for everybody. It's so good. Go watch Review.
Yeah,
listeners.
definitely.
And the perfect body, and he starts a cult and bangs a teacher. It's, I can't believe how good that show was.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Did you see when the pandemic, who knows when it was, I don't know, this summer sometime, but Andy Daly did a pandemic video in character as Forrest?
No, I didn't see that.
Check that. It's only like a couple minutes, but it like led everyone to be like, is he gonna keep doing it? Please come back and do a review again.
And I started trying to watch The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't make it through the first episode. I wanted to punch the kids right in the face. They were unbearable to watch.
Oh yeah, they are.
I would rather watch the kid from Vivarium with
the
5 of them
fuck
on the same
outta
episode
here.
than those kids.
No way.
Yeah.
You're full of shit.
Go try and watch it and tell me.
All
It's
right.
better.
We'll talk to you next week about it.
Yeah, I had a hard time with the kids too, and usually I have a pretty high tolerance for child actors, because they're kids, and the kid actors, I feel like they did fine as actors, but they're trying to be weird and trying to plant in someone's head that something weird is happening here.
Yeah.
But it's just too weird. It's like something's wrong. These kids shouldn't be talking like this. It's beyond creepy to the point where this is stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just. I had to give up. I was like, ugh. I'll just take a nap.
I got so disgusted.
Yeah.
I tried. I watched the whole thing and I enjoyed it just fine, but I want to watch and rewatch Haunting of Hill House because that was great. And this, I'm like, I don't think I'll watch this again.
Hill House was the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to check them out.
But that's it. That's all I did. So tell us what you did there, Poppascotch.
Oh, well, thanks for asking. I followed in your footsteps. I don't think I mentioned this last week. Maybe I did. But I started watching a little bit of Key and Peele again.
Oh, nice.
So good.
There's some of those sketches I forgot. And my favorite one that I remembered was the funeral where they were there talking about his grandpa. And he's like, we found his old acting reel. And we want to play it. And it's just the most horrible early Hollywood depictions of African Americans, and the whole family's just fucking horrified.
I thought you were going to say the one where they're like sitting around as the gangsters, and he's like, his friend died, and he's there like crying. He's like, don't laugh at him. He's like, we used to pretend we were Care Bears. I always fancied I was Share Bear.
And that's
so good.
that's such a great show. And later I saw the pussy on the chain wax episode, which I completely forgot about.
Oh, yeah.
It puts the pussy on the chain wax.
And he's like, what did you say? Then he bums him out, and at the end he's like, all right. And then they all ended up saying it. But I also watched, it's that time of year, so we got some spooky movies coming in.
Right.
And I got that there's a new Friday the 13th box set that just came out.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get through that, and man, those first couple Friday the 13th are not good.
I was going to say they hold up, right?
I was just going to say, aren't they all not good?
Wait. 4. I would okay, you respect the first one, because that was the classic, the OG, the original. And for the time, it was really good. So I'll say the first one's good. Then the second one is the exact same movie again, which we didn't need that. Mm-hmm. And then the third one was the exact same movie again in 3D, but they actually tried to make the characters be characters, but it was so fucking slow. But anyway, the fourth one is a legitimately good movie, but it's called The Final Chapter, and obviously there's 6 more after that. So
I was going to say, don't you own all of these movies individually?
Yeah, I had them all on DVD.
And then you bought the collection.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, I bought the Blu-ray collection by a company called Shout. It's kind of like Criterion for genre movies, and they did a really good job with it. There's 2 fucking discs of just special features. It's insane. But I also watched 1 through 3 of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Now those are classics.
Yeah, the girlfriend never saw any of them.
I still have never seen any of them.
You're missing out.
See, pound for pound, I'd say Nightmare on Elm Street's better than Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, by far.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of horror movies in general.
They're more comedies at this point.
Yeah, I think if you watch like Nightmare on Elm Street 4 or 5 and treat it as a comedy, you'll have fun. Like it'll be a good time. They're not scary. It's just fucking Freddy hamming it up and doing puns while he kills children.
Yeah.
And it's all about like the craziest way they could die. That's the whole reason of the movies.
I've seen the Treehouse of Horror. I think I get it.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think it's that far off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, you're right. You probably did get it.
Don't touch Willie. Good advice.
That's a great. And they have a joke about conjugation of Latin. Like God damn it, I miss classic Simpsons. And
I did watch some of the Treehouse of Horrors last week too.
oh, you gotta, man.
Nice. Was there a new one yet?
There was a new one, I believe. I don't know anything.
Well, I just went
about
to the Disney. The Disney Plus has like a watch the Simpsons Halloween specials.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I watched Supernatural. Still plugging away at Supernatural.
You're not sick of it yet?
Half of it, halfway through yet?
Yes, I'm sick of it. I am, I think, episode 18 of season 8, so I'm over halfway through. Barely. I'm like 51%.
Wow.
I mean, you could take a break and come back to it. You've been plugging away for like 2 months now.
That's kind of what I've been doing. It's like my workout show. It's on the TV when I work out, so I'll like roll through an episode each day. And sometimes if I'm in the mood or I see a really compelling episode with like a good story, I'll watch a couple at night. But I mean, it's good and I like it. But they go back to the you're not telling me everything. Yeah, I can't tell you everything. Well, so many times they just like.
Well, I mean, and there's 16 seasons. They're going to do it a couple of times.
Yeah, I know, but I guess when you watch them back to back like that, you perceive it as more times than you would if you watched it.
There also is a lot of there's nothing we can do to stop this. We got to do it this way, but we can look for another way.
Yeah, there is that, and then they always find another way, and then everyone survives except for Bobby, of course. Was I talking to you about it? Where I was like, I can't believe they killed Bobby, and then he came back as a ghost later.
He's not really a ghost, but
I don't know, a ghoul, a specter. What? I'm not talking about semantics.
A ghoul.
Ghoul. Like when Charlie was in the sewer looking for ghouls.
I did watch the episode where he goes on a date too.
Oh God!
What do you
As
like?
The Texas
ghouls?
Oil Man.
No. The full-on rapist.
Oh, that one. It's like, what did you eat? A whole block of cheese.
What do you like? What are your hobbies? Magnets.
Ghouls.
Yeah. What do you like? Ghouls. What don't you like? Knees. Come on. Cover them up if you're gonna go out.
The guy in the bathroom won't give me a shirt.
And you can't forget about milk steak.
Yeah. Milk steak, well done. Give me your finest jelly beans raw.
Jelly beans raw. Oh, such a weird.
Good.
And he's like, okay, so I'm gonna put here you like snowboarding. Other than that, all I played was Chell. That came out, so I've been getting into that a lot.
Chell?
And if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm not feeling it this year.
Yeah, I believe you.
Well, there's no hockey going on right now.
Maybe that's it. Like, hockey's not in real life, so I'm not as pumped up. Because, I mean, we just had the Stanley Cup playoffs, so it's like, oh, it's off season
Well,
now, you know?
maybe you're finally getting burned out of playing the same game for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think they changed anything this year, did they?
No, they didn't even throw the pandemic in.
There's a couple new deeks.
What?
Deeks?
Nice.
Deeks?
Deeks? You can deke around people?
You're always deeking around.
I won't go into explaining it. Anyway, that's all I did. So,
I knew what you meant.
what about you, Sir Chump Slap?
What
are
I
you
do?
playing, watching, doing? What's up with you, buddy?
Well, grinding away at that Fortnite, you know me.
Did you find the hidden Back to the Future car?
What?
Is that a thing I read, or does that actually exist? I might have made that up in a fever dream.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen it, but now
Or is it the Ghostbusters car?
it's something I can look for.
Is there Back to the Future in every map? Poppascotch?
He doesn't know.
Why? I don't know. I just saw like an article that said how to get the super secret Ghostbusters car in Fortnite.
Well, wasn't it like Back to the Future Day last week somewhere? October 25th, 2020?
Yeah, it was Back to the Future Day.
Yeah. Yeah, my Pepsi Perfect is 5 years old.
I'm still pissed I couldn't get one.
Yeah, I know. UN burnt, man. But, yeah, just... What?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but did you guys see... if you're listening to this, don't try to get these sneakers because we're going to try to do it. But the Ghostbusters shoes that are coming out
No.
from, I think, Adidas?
No.
I'll have to send you guys a link. They're dropping on Saturday, Halloween, midnight.
Nice. I'm going to have to
What
check
do they even
them
look
out.
like? They have proton packs on the back?
They have two different kinds. One of them is a white, and it looks worn, and there's wires and shit around it. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like proton pack themed. And the other one is like a khaki that's the jumpsuit, flight suit themed.
I'll check them out. Kind of bummed I missed the Simpsons vans myself, but
yeah, I didn't even know it was happening until after it was over.
yeah, I know, same.
And like people were posting their Simpsons vans on Reddit, and I'm like, where the fuck were these?
Nobody's emailing me this shit.
I'll shoot you a link. And like I said, listeners, if you're into that, don't do that.
Or
don't take it away from us.
I'm a size 12. Just buy them and ship them to Plotty time.
There you go.
But what else? What did I say? Just Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fortnite. Little Fall Guys. I also bought Tony Hawk 1 and 2. It was on sale on Amazon. So.
Oh, nice. By the way, because I'm not doing anything in the fucking crevice, Reebok is releasing the shoes.
Oh, fair.
So there.
Do they have pumps?
No, but it does look like the early 90s throwback sneaker.
Oh, nice. I'm going to have to check that shit out. But, yeah, I was playing some Tony Hawk. I was not impressed with the Create-A-Skater. You only get, like, fucking 10 faces to choose from. You can't really, I don't know.
It isn't the most robust create-a-character thing.
Yeah, it's very upsetting. So, I think I only played, like, 3 levels. I don't know, I just couldn't get into it.
It didn't look like me, so I didn't want to do it.
Well, no, it's an Asian female.
I'm picking it up and playing a couple levels here and there, and I'm enjoying it. But it bothers me that I can't really go for the high scores at each level until I like level up my character to have more air and speed and stuff.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
So you got to like barely sneak by the first playthrough, and then you can go back, and it's much easier.
Exactly. But I don't know. I'll play it once in a while, but it's kind of like Fall Guys. I can only play it for a little bit.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's not like before where you could play it for hours and hours.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't have the novelty that it once did. But yeah, that's my gaming shit. Watched a couple movies. I don't know if you guys ever heard of these.
Probably not.
Try us out.
Con Air.
Nope.
Fuck yeah.
Classic. I don't even have to talk about it because everyone knows how good it is.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And what is with his accent, man? That it changes like 4 times.
That's what good actors do.
He's really bad wasn't he?
He was undercover, right?
Kind of, but no.
He was, if I remember correctly, he was a ranger who a guy at a bar attacked him and his girlfriend with a knife.
Yep.
He then killed the guy and then got thrown in jail for like 4 years because
his hands are lethal weapons.
Yeah.
And that they couldn't find the knife because one of his buddies picked up the knife and ran.
Like a prison shanking.
Yeah. So that's why he was in jail, and then he was supposed to get out, and then some reason he went on this plane, and then decided to stay because his friend needed insulin, and he wanted to help him. I don't know. Good movie, though.
Dude, what was his name in the movie?
Snake Plissken.
Something stupid.
Art Vandelay.
No, I got fucked if I remember.
You just saw the movie, and you can't even tell us the plot or the character's name.
It was a couple days ago. I told you the plot.
What do you think? He's a memorization doctor, whatever they are, or whatever?
A memorization doctor?
I watched so many movies.
Cameron Poe.
Poe.
Yeah.
Good old Poe.
I knew it was something fucking stupid. But also, I keep forgetting John Cusack's in that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he plays the crazy cop who's like, didn't he steal his boss's classic car or something and it got destroyed by the airplane? That's the only bit I remember.
Yep, you fucking
Cole Meany's in it, too.
And his boss is like, hey, that looks like my car. And then it smashes right in front of him. He's like, sees the license plate. He's like, huh?
Dave Chappelle's in it?
Yup. He dies in the landing gear.
Yeah, he's the fucking dude where they write the message on his chest and throw him off the goddamn plane.
Exactly.
So good. What a great movie.
It is. All right. But I also watched Dead Rising, Watchtower, and Dead Rising Endgame. If you ever played the video games,
I've never played the video games, but I know what they are. Is it animated?
No, it's live action. About this guy who's trying to get the scoop on what's happening.
Oh, like Dead Rising.
Mm-hmm. It's exactly like Dead Rising. And then they make their own weapons and shit, just like the game.
But isn't Dead Rising the one where it's basically like see how many zombies you can kill?
Yeah, but it's a game show.
Yeah, you're supposed to save civilians, and you only have a certain amount of time.
And then drive a bicycle with chainsaws on the handlebars and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you just make your own weapons.
Yeah,
and
crazy
shit.
weapons, yeah.
And then every playthrough, there's just like so many things you can do. But it's not... I don't know. If you like the games, maybe you could watch it without being annoyed.
But otherwise, nope, terrible.
Yeah, don't bother. Just like
It's just sometimes video games should stay video games, you know?
Exactly. I also watched Dead by Dawn. You ever see this one with Christopher Lloyd? He owns an occult shop, and his kid destroys an urn held the ashes of some crazy
Dead by Dawn.
mystic, and they make this stupid curse. No.
Sounds terrible.
No, but I'm into it.
Like he breaks the
I
urn,
disagree
and
with Dr. Syintist.
everyone talks about like, oh, what if the curse? Oh, everyone who looks at us kills themselves, and they just like make up this stupid curse, and it actually happens. I don't know. It's not terrible, but I don't know. If you're into the Halloween spirit, give it a go.
Okay.
I also watched the new Borat movie.
How was it?
Borat's subsequent movie film. I mean, I think the first one was better. This one's kind of like, I don't know, it's focused on his daughter, and I don't know.
So do you think the Rudy Giuliani scene was a complete fabrication?
No, but it's...
As Rudy Giuliani and his lawyers say?
It's gross. I mean, I don't think... I don't know. I don't want to sway anybody's opinion on how shitty a person Rudy Giuliani is, but...
I don't think that's that hard. But...
Yeah, I don't know. Did look like he was grabbing his junk. He was also tucking his shirt in. He's doing a whole bunch of things. But he's still...
in and around the junk area. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, he's still a piece of shit, so... Whatever. But yeah, I don't know. There's only like a couple scenes where he's out in public doing stuff. Like in the beginning of the movie, he's walking around as Borat, and everyone's like, "Hey, Borat, sign this shit." And he's like running around. He's like, I got to find a fucking costume. So he just switches it up. It kind of looked like they used parts from Who Is America? You know?
Oh, right.
Remember that show? It looked like they were
Yeah.
like gonna do that, but then they just made this movie out of it. I don't know.
Oh, like they were like, it's close enough, and maybe we could throw 2 or 3 scenes with Borat in here, and
Yeah.
that might explain why it was out so fast. Because it leaked that he was shooting it in like the beginning of October, and it came out the 23rd.
Yeah. It was. It's like he had a lot recorded, and he's like, "All right, let's put it together for this COVID shit."
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I don't know. It was good. Give it a go. I mean, if you like Borat or Sacha Baron Cohen, whatever, check it out. But that brings me to my slapper of the week. Ew. Tremors, Shrieker Island.
Ooh, with John Heder himself.
Did you watch this before?
No, we talked about it before, but
Oh.
it just came out on the 20th. Actually.
Oh. I'm guessing it's about tremors on an island.
Yeah, it's about this guy who does like trophy hunts, and he breeds genetically altered tremors to hunt. And little does he know that they fuck his shit up. So they have to call Burt Gummer to come fucking kill all the tremors before they get out of hand.
So in the Tremors series, where would you put this one? I know you've seen all of them, obviously.
Well, out of 7, I'd say it's up there. I'd go top 4 out of 7.
Top 4.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it might break the top 50%.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to get back to you on that one, but
It's kind of a loaded question. I did kind of
Yeah.
put you on the spot there. Sorry.
I don't know. I think this one is the last one, though. I can't tell you why, but
I don't know. It felt like it got more publicity than any of the other Tremors movies. It was on Netflix, wasn't it?
was it?
I think so. I think it's on Netflix.
I don't know.
We're
Maybe.
out there talking about it. You guys need to hit the streets. You know, get the word.
I told the only other person I know who watches Tremors movies. They didn't seem to really care that much.
That's a fair reaction at this point, I think.
But yeah, check it out. It's probably the last one, and they tell you to celebrate Burt Gummer Day on April 14th every year, so it's going to have to be.
You're not going to remember the next April 14th.
I'm going to write it in my Google alerts.
Why does that Burt Gomer Day?
Why is it? I don't know.
We're just going. Okay. I guess we're just going with it.
That's just the date that they tell you in the movie. They're like, April 14th. I think it's April 14th. And I might have to have a crevice about this, but pretty sure that's right.
I'm looking up now.
But, yep, that's it. Check it out. It's goddamn good. And I just realized Burt Gummer was the dad from Family Ties.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it Michael Gross? Isn't that his name?
Is that it? I don't know his real name. I just know he's Burt Gummer.
I mean, he just looks exactly like him.
I know. I didn't realize it until I Googled him. I was looking for a Burt Gummer t-shirt, but...
Yep, it is Michael Gross. Bam. Nailed it.
You're so good at this.
That's it. Episode's over.
April 14th is Burt Gummer Day, by the way.
Fucking A.
That's what he said.
See, we don't need any fucking crevice.
Yeah, we're good at this.
He said April 14th.
Right? Exactly.
Yep, I was just confirming, so we didn't have to crevice it. He was absolutely correct.
Good shit. All right, so there it is, fellas.
The new, I don't even... Shrieker Island.
Hell yeah.
Which is on Netflix, and I'm so sure of it, I'm not even going to look it up.
Woo.
Syintist loves these movies.
Don't get too excited, Dr. Scientist.
Hard staying awake.
Well, Dr. Scientist, if you're a little bored, how about we move into our favorite segment, which is video game news / stuff.
Oh, yeah. Check it out.
there.
So a lot of people are pretty fired up because NBA 2K21 has added the special feature of unskippable in-game advertisements.
What a surprise.
Nice.
They don't make enough money.
Well, of course they'd have to do that to make money.
Apparently they did it 2 years ago, and then the community flipped out and went crazy, and they were super mad about it, so they kind of backtracked. Mm-hmm. And now they did it this year, and they came out with a statement that said, oh, this was never our intention. Things got mixed up, and now, it shouldn't have happened. We're so sorry. So they're acting as if, like, someone fucked up the code somewhere.
And there's nothing they can do about it now this year.
Yeah, well, now, like, we're going to fix it in our next update or whatever. So I think every 2 years this is just going to accidentally happen until people stop bitching about it.
Why don't they just do, like, ads during the games? Like, put them on the
like
scoreboard.
Yeah.
Or, like, this is the 7-Up first period break show.
I mean, I haven't played 2K21, but I know Chell sure as hell has, like, board ads and brought to you by and presented by actual brands.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I can't imagine 2K21's not doing that and also trying to shove in commercials.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I mean, like, they were saying how in the free-to-play model they do that, but it makes sense because they got to make money somehow.
Yeah.
They're giving away the game. But in NBA 2K21, which, by the way, side note, has gone on record as saying it's going to be $70 on the next platform.
Mm-hmm.
All games will probably
Then they try to pull
$70.
this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything will be $70, but they were the first ones like, oh yeah, by the way, here's ads too. So fuck you.
Beautiful.
That's what you get for living in a capitalist society, Poppascotch.
Yeah, right. They have to make more revenue every year, and if
How else are you going to keep the investors happy?
yeah, hello,
You're acting like capitalism is bad. How could it possibly be bad?
acting like capitalism is brought to you by Dr. Pepper.
Sponsor of our podcast. Now I'll probably get sued for that.
Ad men are fucking scumbags. Anyway, go ahead and sleep on a Casper mattress. Anyway, so that is NBA 2K21 news, which is obviously why the listeners come here. For that
Sure is.
The other thing, funny story, Marvel Avengers. Remember that game that came out like a month ago?
Yeah, I remember
They
hearing
are
about it.
struggling to get people to play the game. Less than 2,000 PC players via daily engagement. So they're trying to... They released a thing saying, oh, we're going to make the economy actually work. We're going to make more updates. We're going to make it less of a looter. Like, it's going to be great. And everyone's like, well, a little late. A little too little, too late. No one is interested in another looter game like this.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just got to cut your losses.
Yeah. Do you think there's a chance they could turn it around? I suppose there always is a chance, but
No.
no. Okay.
I mean, they could give it away for free.
Are they? Do you have to pay for it? I don't know if it's free to play or not.
I
don't think
have
I
it
have
is.
no idea either.
I didn't play it, obviously.
I mean, it's a lot easier to get away with bullshit when your game's free to play, and you can always say, "Hey guys, it's free. What do you want from us? We'll fix it later." Then usually people are like, "All right, well, I'll come back when it's when you sort this out," and then they do.
Yeah.
But for a game they have to pay money for up front, and then you deal with this bullshit, and it's multiplayer online only.
Yeah, what is this, NBA 2K?
Yeah.
Come on.
Right? Nickel and diming us. That's bullshit. The only other piece of news I got is entertainment related, but Quibi is going out of business.
I saw that, and I don't even know what Quibi is.
Awesome, because you are their target demographic, sir. The short answer is Quibi, which stands for Quick Bite. And I swear to God, that's true. It was supposed to fill the void of those 8 to 10 minutes you have, like waiting for a bus or waiting in line for something.
That's what
or
TikTok
ordering
is
food.
for. And
Exactly.
Twitter.
Yes, that was the problem. They their big draw was that they raised like 1.7 billion in funding, and they gave these huge contracts out to celebrities to make shows and content for it. But then you could only ever watch it on your phone. There was no way to watch it on television until literally last week. A TV app came out.
Oh, really?
And you could watch it vertically or horizontally, but they just cropped the picture and you couldn't see shit. And every show had to be like a max of 8 minutes long.
8 minutes is too much. If I've learned anything about putting videos up online.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hit that 4 minute sweet spot.
Hell yeah.
Did you see the Borderlands DLCs coming out for season 2?
No.
I just knew there was news about it and new skill trees for every character.
Wow.
I'm done with that game, I think.
I think it's next week they come out. I'll probably still play the DLCs, get season 2.
I still have not touched anything in season 1.
I don't really like Amara's new skill tree, so except I'll just use the ice on it. But
Miss me with that shit.
well, you also play broken builds, so that gets not fun pretty fast.
Yeah, jerk. Because I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
me
want to be
too.
included. But anyway, yeah, so Quibi fucking failed because like everyone knew it would. Oh, did I also tell you they tried to sue anyone who tried to put any of their clips or talk about any of their stuff on YouTube or social media?
Well, it sounds like
I thought nobody was watching it.
Well, they were trying to tell people, hey, you should check out the show. It's on Quibi. And then Quibi would, send them a DMCA takedown. And it's like, if you're not going to advertise, then you kind of want people on social media to advertise for you,
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're not having. It's almost as if the business was designed to lose money.
Well, that's what you get for living in a capitalist society, Poppascotch.
Yep, brought to you by, I don't know.
Gatorade.
Gatorade, perfect.
Gamer fuel for you.
Maybe it was a big fucking money laundering scam.
Maybe. Like Katzenberg is running out the door with $1.6 billion.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe he's just out of touch and doesn't know what people want and just stole a bunch of money.
Well, what people want changes every week, so
Yeah, I saw that movie.
what people want.
I don't know.
With Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Is that the one where he hears women's thoughts?
It's what women want.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
That was fucking... It's even creepier now, right?
Yeah, it is. Didn't they make a What Men Want?
Probably.
I think they did.
Wasn't it with Kevin Hart?
Sounds familiar.
I'm going to have to look it up because I'm not doing a fucking crevice.
We're probably mixing up 3 different movies.
No, What Women Want.
Had Mel Gibson.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Mel Gibson.
And I forget who his wife was, but
Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Damn it, I was going to say that.
And then What Men... Oh, okay. You're right. We were incorrect, but now we're correcting it. What Men Want was Taraji P. Henson.
Oh,
Yes. Obviously.
I
I always get them confused with...
And Tracy Morgan's in that too.
Tracy Morgan's in every movie, though.
He's pretty great. National treasure, that man.
Yes, he is.
He's not in National Treasure, though.
Somehow he missed that casting call. I don't know what happened. Can you imagine if he had to go through Tracy Morgan to get the fucking cipher on the back of the Declaration of Independence or some bullshit? Whatever the fuck they're doing over there. Have you guys seen those? I've only seen, I think, the first one.
Yeah, I can't think of what the second one was.
They're entertaining.
I like the first one.
Yeah, the first one was really good.
Yeah, I'm 100% fine with movies that know exactly what they are. They're like, hey, this is like the fast food of movies. You get in here, you enjoy it, then you fuck
Get
off,
out.
and then you forget about what you saw.
You feel bad after it's over.
Exactly. But and then you look back on it 2 weeks later, you're like, I could do it again.
But you want more of it the next day.
Yeah, you look back fondly, like, that was pretty good.
I don't mind Taco Bell making me sit on the toilet for a day.
I remember how delicious the Taco Bell was, not the diarrhea. It's one of the rare moments where you remember the good part, not the bad one, you know?
Exactly.
All right, that's all we got for video game news / stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about the game.
Yeah, let's get into this spooky game.
All right, let's get into it. This week, we are talking about the first-person asylum roving night vision camera running away, but not a walking simulator.
No.
Right?
No, sir, it's a
Not
hiding
walking
simulator.
Hiding simulator. There you go. Scared shitless simulator, Outlast.
Woo!
It was released September 4th, 2013 for PC, and then rolled out to everything else like a year later. Developed and published by a company called Red Barrels. It is a first-person survival horror game written by a gentleman by the name of J.T. Petty, who I added here because he also did Splinter Cell, he did Homefront, and Walking Dead Season 2. Those are all video games, by the way. And this week, Chump Slap, you picked it. So how about you give us a little rundown, give us a little lead-in, tell us what this game's all about.
Well, let's see here. Your name is Miles Upshire.
Unbelievable. Already sounds fake.
I think it is Upshire.
Yeah. And you start the game just driving in a car on down this spooky-ass road to Mount Massive Asylum.
Dumb name.
Well, it's the name of the mountain.
I know, but still.
It's massive.
If it's not the biggest mountain in the world, you fucked up.
It's not Mount Biggest Asylum. It's Mount Massive.
Okay. Mount Massive Asylum sounds like a porn.
I don't know if Mount Massive Asylum does, but I feel like we could change one or two words in there. And like Mount Massive Ass Wylam or something like that.
Yeah, Ass Wylam.
Got it.
There we go. Let's talk offline. Let's brainstorm this. Yeah.
All right, but when you get there, it's all dark and shit. It doesn't look like anyone's there. And just
how you want an asylum to be when you go.
Yeah. Just so you know why he's there, he opens a letter, and it's from an anonymous source that tells him, I'm a software consultant, and I was at that asylum, and some weird shit's going on, and it's run by Murkoff Psychiatric Systems, and they're doing dream therapy, and it's getting too deep, and shit's getting fucked up. You might want to check it out. Because apparently you're a
journalist.
Journalist, that's the word. Thank you.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah, you just get that letter, I guess, from a guy that's like, this sounds fucked up and pretty weird. You should check it out. So then instead of like, I don't know, I suppose there was an information gathering point where he like made some phone calls and talked to some people, maybe tracked down some residents. I don't feel like the first move is, hey, something awful's going here. It's like, well, I'm going to go ahead and walk in the front door, see what I can find.
Well, yeah, I don't think he tried calling. Nobody answered the phone. He's like,
I'll just drive on up there. They love popping.
Check it out.
The psychiatric place.
Yeah, Mount Massive's just down the road.
I would also like to get your guys' thoughts on, at some point, this asylum went off the rails, right?
Yeah.
I assume very recently.
That's my question. How recently?
Yeah. It looks beat the fuck up, though.
Well, I mean, that software consultant guy was just there, and I assume he made it out. Because for some reason, the software guy didn't send an email and just mailed a letter.
Don't leave a electronic trail, bro. Just a paper trail.
Yeah, come on, man. This guy knows what he's doing.
I don't think so.
But you get out of the car, you start walking around, and you have your trusty camcorder with you. And thank God it's got night vision, because how else would you see half this shit?
This was right after the Paris Hilton video days, so everybody had it.
Yeah, it's exactly what he was hoping to catch.
We can probably work that into the porn name too. But yeah, we'll talk offline. We'll talk offline.
So you're walking around, you see all these corpses everywhere. You see some.
Well, you have to break into the place first.
Well, yeah.
Which seems very anti-journalistic, but whatever.
He's looking for a scoop.
He's the bad boy of the journalist world, I guess.
So you break in. Okay, there you go. And there's corpses everywhere. And employees and shit just hanging from the ceiling. And shit looks bad.
I assume they were a security detail.
Some of them were.
like
Some of them were scientists. Some of them were doctors, I guess. And you find a guy who's impaled on a fucking, just this large spike in a library or something.
Yeah, there's always spikes in libraries. Come on.
Yeah. Most people don't get hurt on them. But he's like, oh my God, all these variants killed everybody. You're like, variants? What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, you'll see. You need to get out of here. You need to go unlock the security door and then get... And he dies.
Was this... I have it written in my notes, but I don't really specifically remember this. But was this like the tutorial mission where like you learned that you need to use your camera to see and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And you find him there, and he's like...
Apparently when you get in, your path gets blocked somehow.
Yeah.
I didn't see how that happened, but...
Ooh, so you can't go back?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he's like, get the hell out of here, man, you're going to get killed. And you're like, ah, shit, my path's blocked. I guess I got to go find this security station, unlock all this shit, and get out of here. This is where you run into this big dude. I don't know what the hell you called him, but he's just a crazy guy. He's like, hey, little piggy. And he throws you through a window down to the first story. You're on the second floor here.
I think he does have a name. Oh, God, it's written here. I have it written down somewhere.
I don't know. I just call him the big brute.
Yeah, he's just a big guy in my book.
We'll run into it later. Anyway, like you were saying.
Yeah, he comes back. So you get thrown through a window, you fall on the ground, get knocked out, unconscious. And a man in a priest-like outfit finds you. And he's like, I don't even know what he says to you right here, but he just says shit about being...
Yeah, I had it written. He has like, he's talking to you and God, and he's like, you sent me an apostle, and you have a calling.
Yeah.
And then he fucks off.
Yeah, he's like, you're the follower, blah, blah, blah. And he just disappears. And then you're like, all right, well, I'm going to find my way to security. So you do, and you find a corpse that just so happens to have a security card on it. And you're like, fucking sweet. So you get to a room, and boom, priest dude shows up. And he's like, hey there, fall. And he stabs you with a syringe. And God knows what's in it.
Urine.
Ew.
And urine makes you pass out, as we all know.
Mm-hmm. Of course, when you inject urine directly into the bloodstream.
Intravenous urine. So you wake up. Thanks for being on that. So you wake up in a padded room, and the priest is there, which you find out, I don't know if you find out right now, but his name is Father Martin.
I think you find that in like a document somewhere.
Yeah. But
Oh, yeah, you find documents
or like
all over
people
the place.
in the game or mention the priest or something like that.
Yeah, you always find documents, and then you take notes, and then when you look at your own notes, you're like, oh, that's what's happening.
yeah, you forgot to mention that when you're in the security room that you see that invisible, like some invisible thing attacking the security guards and throwing them around.
Oh, this is where you find the wall stuff.
That was before you ended up in the padded room.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, you see the ghost thing for the first time. But you're in the padded room, and Father Martin says you need to see the truth. And you need to seek the doctor who's at the center of all this, Dr. Winicki.
Mm-hmm.
You get out of the room, and you walk around some more. Bunch of patients, prisoners start talking to you. Are these
Variants.
the twins, the prisoners? Where they're like, we should kill you, but the priest said to leave you alone.
Were they twins, or I just thought they were crazy?
I don't know. They looked very similar. I have a feeling that in the wiki they called them the twins.
Yeah, they were like a couple of cannibal twins or something they called them.
Sexy.
Yeah.
I know, right? Again, with the like it's all in front of us, guys. You just got to put it together.
Yeah, so they're like, we're going to let the priest deal with you, and then we're going to kill you slow. So you're walking through all these fucking, pretty much like a prison.
Well, an insane asylum.
Well, it's an asylum, but yeah. What you'd picture a prison.
I mean, there's locked rooms, there's beds in the rooms. It seems like a prison for the people that are violent.
Yeah, like these twins. And the brute that's after you.
Ooh, the brute, by the way, I did find it. His name is Chris Walker.
Chris Walker.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in
he's a
Fast and
Ranger.
Furious movies?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So you have to hide from him. You got to like duck under beds, around corners and shit.
It's just like a chase scene.
Yeah. So you hide. You try to find your way out. Pretty much you're just walking around this jail and you're listening to crazy people talk. Well, disturbed people talk. And you're hiding from them. Psychos.
You're just basically running in this whole game.
Yeah.
Run away! Run away!
Yep.
Yeah, because you can't fight. Like, there's no attack in this game. It's running away and looking through your night vision camera and taking notes.
Yeah, where do you get all the batteries?
That's why I'm laying around.
Yeah. What kind of batteries does this night vision camera take?
Double
See,
A's.
that's the weird thing because it's clearly one of those cameras where the battery attaches to the back and it charges, but you pick up like C batteries, like Duracell C's everywhere.
Yeah.
And just jam them in the camera somehow, and that's how you continue to use the camera. But I guess it's possible that it does run out, and then you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you take too long looking around every corner and stuff. But all these people, there's a bunch of people, they talk about shit. And there's talk of a wall rider. I mean, like, what the fuck is that?
I
killing
feel
people.
like this name could have been better.
Because
When I hear when you well, yeah, but when you hear wall rider, what's the first thing that pops in your head?
A little motorcycle on the wall.
That's way better than my answer.
those sticky octopi that.
Oh, the wacky wall walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking like the skateboard move.
A wall
Oh,
ride.
yeah, wall ride. Huh. Yeah, well, all these are
I don't
valid.
think demon. I know, but I don't think demon. You know, I think it could have been a little more menacing. But you know, small little critique.
Yeah, right? Because it's like a ghost. It's not even... It doesn't walk on the walls. It comes through the walls and shit.
Yeah, if it like attacked you by running around and like attached to the walls and ceilings like Alien, like one of the aliens from Alien.
Yeah, that would make more sense too,
Absolutely. It'd make more sense to call them wall riders.
yeah. Yes. But that's what they call them because these people aren't all there. So you're running from all this shit and you get to a dumbwaiter and it sounds like a normal person. He's like, hey, get in here. I'll help you out. Come on up.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. Oh my God, there's a normal person in here. So you get in a dumbwaiter, you get brought up to Dr. Winnicki, and he beats the shit out of you.
Dude, he is my favorite character in the whole game.
Is his name Traeger Winnicki?
I was going to say, is that even Dr. Wernicke? I thought
No,
it was
yeah, it's not Dr. Winnicki.
It's just a different random guy.
Dr. Winnicki's the guy
that's-
at the end,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah, this is Rick Traeger is his name. He used to be a CEO or a C-level guy from the company, the what is it? Murkoff?
Murkoff psychiatrist.
Murkoff. Yeah.
Murkoff. He's like one of the CEOs. So he's just... I love this character because he's absolutely out of his mind. I don't think he has any skin on him.
No, he's definitely
He's definitely flayed.
by himself.
Yeah, but he's like, it's not even a thing. He's like, okay, hey, here you go. Go ahead. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle.
Yeah.
As he attaches you to a fucking
Yeah. He like chains you to a chair and then he's like,
wheelchair.
oh, there's the exit if you want to get up. Okay. Guess not. Let's go.
There's just something unsettling about someone who has no skin and is extremely focused. And
takes you to
cracking
a murder
jokes.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then comes after you with knives and he's like, these aren't going to work. And he gets these fucking shears that are 3 feet long and cuts off 2 of your fingers.
Oh, yeah, they're like the gardening shears.
Yeah. And
he's like, why do they even... that's a dumb question to ask. I was going to ask, why are there gardening shears in the asylum? But what do I know?
well, they have to keep the grounds nice and spot,
I guess so.
So he cuts off 2 of your fingers, and then he just walks away. He's like, yeah, I'll be back to fuck you up, take your balls and shit.
Yeah, no, it was so weird. He's like, oh, you hold still, losing 2 fingers. All right, catch you later. And he's like, that was it. That was the whole thing we were doing today?
I thought they were called bone scissors. And they are, but the ones I can find pictures of are small.
Yeah, they're not. They never made them that big. Maybe he had them custom made.
Maybe,
you never know. Or he made them himself.
Or they just do some fancy amputations there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, instead of spending, $5,000 on a surgical shear, just hop on down to the Home Depot. Pick up on the guard ones. They're like $12.
Just start sharpening them. They'll be fine.
That'll do the job.
So he leaves the room, and you get out of the chair somehow, and there's this cool puke scene where you walk over to a sink and puke on the ground.
And it's all like first person,
Yeah.
which is more unsettling.
So you try to get the hell out of there, and you come across...
Run away!
Yep. Come across this guy who's strapped to a bed, who also seems to have been flayed and...
Castrated.
Looks like I don't think he's got any arms.
He's missing a
shit.
tongue, too.
Yeah.
I think he says he used to work with Rick Traeger. Or they were like both executives.
Maybe,
He's a different
yeah.
executive.
Yeah. And then he starts screaming for Traeger. He's like, Traeger, get on her. And Traeger comes in. He's like, shut up, man. Fucking kills him right there. Even after all that.
Then he notices you escaped.
Yeah, then he starts getting real pissed. So you have to run away from this dude now. And you see the priest who's up on the 2nd floor. You're down on the 1st. Maybe he's on the 3rd floor. I don't know. But he's like, the revelation is at hand. Come to me, follower, or whatever, and I shall help you. I don't know what he said. But,
now, this is where I get confused about the timeline, because to me, and I could be incorrect about this, but that looked as if it was a higher elevated floor, and like the floor beneath him was just destroyed, so you could see down through to another floor. But like if he's standing on floor 3, the floor of floor 3 was destroyed, and he's looking down at floor 2 at you.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's why I was like, how long did it take to destroy the hospital like that?
well,
Or was it like falling apart into disrepair for years, and maybe it just went bad?
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it was just top secret, so they just used an old broken down hospital to begin with, and
maybe
who the hell knows. But this is where your goal is to get to the top floor and find him. Then I have some guy tells you to get a key. And it's the only way to get out. You have to find the key. Oh, this is some guy behind bars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just some psycho that's like, if you got to get out, you got to take the key. You got to get the key to open the door and fuck off, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So that's your next objective, is to get the key. But I did like, at this point in the game, I don't know if it happened sometime between running from Traeger and right now, but like your screen cracked.
Yeah, you fall through the floor at one point after you talk to the father.
Oh, is that what did it? Like now your
then
night
you drop
vision
the
screen
thing and
is
you pick it
cracked.
up and it's cracked.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
I just thought that was a nice little detail they did.
So you're walking around again, and you run into this room where it's just an audio tape of...
It's a gym.
Is it?
Yeah, like a high school gym area.
A Gaim?
Oh, Gaim.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's a audio tape with video going on in the background, but there's talk of, they found tumors that were pure lead, yada yada, and then you find out that this Winicki dude was a Nazi.
Get out.
Yep.
Poppascotch's favorite protagonists.
Wait a minute. Let's not say fate. Well, wait, antagonist. Antagonist.
Wait
The bad
a
guys.
minute.
I do enjoy killing a good Nazi here and there.
And then there's some talk of the engine,
A morphogenic engine.
the morphogenic engine, and it controls the wall riders. By sufficiently disturbed people are the only people who could do this, yada yada. So you're like, okay, what the fuck is all this shit talking about? Sounds like more psychobabble, right?
Right, does. Why? Is it something else?
I don't know.
No. Damn it, I thought you were leading to something. No, I look like a dick.
You always look like a dick.
Whoa.
Hey.
Anyway, you keep walking around, trying to get the hell out, and then boom, you come into this room with all these crazy people bowing around the priest who has crucified himself.
I thought this was like a chapel.
Yeah, that's probably the chapel. But no, I guess he didn't crucify himself. That would kind of be hard to do. But
Yeah. He's on a crucifix. Well,
by his own
on
will.
a cross.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And he's happy about it. He's thrilled this is happening.
Film my death.
Yeah. He's like, I fixed the elevator. Now just record this and get out of here. Make sure everybody sees my immolation, death, and resurrection.
And you're like, you're what now? And then he lights himself on fire.
Yeah. I wrote in my book, I don't know if someone said it, but I put he won up JC. Because he was set on fire. I don't know if someone said that in the game.
But I thought the same thing. I was like,
Go big or go home, guys. You know?
yeah. So he's like, videotape this, go out, spread the word of my gospel. So you're like, okay, I guess I'll record him dying.
Yeah, and I'll use this elevator he fixed.
Yeah. So you record him, you get to the elevator, and boom. What's there? A wall rider. Or the wall rider.
The wall rider.
And you're like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So you run away. Big brute Chris Walker's back.
Yep.
Can't believe you remembered the name.
How did he get down there?
Took the elevator.
Yeah, apparently the elevator's fixed.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe
How does he get anywhere?
took the dumb waiter.
Destroys the fucking walls and busts through.
Yeah, maybe that's who destroyed this whole place.
Maybe.
He's the juggernaut.
So you run into him and you're like, Jesus Christ. So you start running away and the wall rider comes and fucks him up real good. Like throws him against the wall,
A couple of times.
beats him to a bloody pulp.
Yes, dude is supposed to be like 7 feet tall or something like that.
Yeah, and he's being thrown around by an invisible guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a rag doll.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, after he gets beat up, the fucking wall rider just vanishes. And the brute's taken care of. So you're like, all right, I guess I'll just walk back down.
I'll mosey my way on through.
Looks like I'm home free. And then you run into Wernicke. This guy, he's in a wheelchair. He's really fucked up.
He's got to be pretty old because he's a Nazi.
Yeah. Yeah, what year is this supposed to take place? 2000?
I don't know.
Something like
2010 or something when the game came out.
that.
Yeah. And that video, that reel that came out when he was an old man was from 1985, so
40 years after that.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So Wernicke tells you about Billy. This guy named Billy. He's a paraplegic or something.
Seen a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, sure has. He's sufficiently damaged.
there you go.
And we made these little nanobots that go in your blood and help you control the wall rider.
Well, the wall rider is nanobots.
Oh, that makes more sense.
It makes a lot more sense than we have, this system in place where you can throw nanobots in a person and it gets and you could control ghouls and specters.
That's what I was like. What? That doesn't even make sense.
No, he can control the nanobots.
You can control the nanobots. Wow. Duh. Well, this game got 2 more points now.
But he asked you to kill him, so there's nobody to control the nanobots anymore.
Yeah.
Because
he's like, you got to kill Billy because this guy's fucking this whole place up, man.
There's a huge flaw in the plan of building something that needs to be controlled by someone who's seen a lot of bad shit and is messed up from it.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Like, seriously.
All right, we're going to make this. He can control these nanobots, but he has to be molested as a kid and be a serial killer now.
Yeah, who can control him? Someone who's sufficiently fucked up. Yeah. And no one else can.
Let's give them the equivalent of like an Abrams tank. I'm sure this is going to go great.
Yeah, it's cool. Is there any way to stop it? No, they're nanobots, dude.
Yeah. We can just step on them.
You can't even fucking see them. It's we're if this goes off the rails, we're in trouble.
So you go to kill him, but boom, here comes the wall rider. He grabs you, fucks you up, and apparently infects you. Goes in.
Well, you kill Billy, but
Yeah, so now
yeah.
the nanobots are acting on their own.
Well, yeah, you can control them now. After you kill Billy, you kind of gain control of the nanobots.
Yeah, not like against your will. They just
Sort
swarm you, kind of, right?
Yeah, they like pick you up from the ground. They're about to kill you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, there's like this whole thing where you like unplug Billy's tank orb.
Yeah, it's kind of what's keeping him alive. You wait for him to die.
So in the dying moments, the nanobots, I guess, infect you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I got from it.
And then you start stumbling your way out because you're all fucked up.
Yep. Oh, yeah, did I mention these were like caves?
Yeah, they're underground caves.
Always an underground cave place.
Well, Mount Massive will have underground caves.
Duh, silly me. So you get to the door and boom, who's there? Fucking some security guards from Murkoff Farm Psychiatrics, probably. I don't think they say who they are.
They're like a security detail.
Yeah. But they're there to fucking clean up, you know what I mean?
They're like, no,
Which makes me think it couldn't have been that long since this happened.
But they're like, oh my God, no.
Yeah, so they fucking unload on you. They kill you. So Miles Upshur is dead.
Is he?
I think so. And then you hear screams, all gunfire. And I assumed, all right, what did you think happened at this point?
I assume that you now control the nanobots and you killed everybody with them.
I thought the nanobots took over somebody else.
Well, the nanobots
because you died.
The nanobots get controlled by the person who's seen fucked up stuff, and you've seen some fucked up stuff.
Yeah, but you're dead. They fucking...
Are you sure you're dead?
They put a lot of bullets in you.
I don't know.
And it fades to black.
I think the nanobots infected... It doesn't make sense, because if the nanobots infected you and you were then controlling them, then you're dead and now you can't control them, and then they would go to someone else.
That's what I thought. Like they
Unless
were just going to
we skipped the step where just because Billy's paraplegic and basically a vegetable, why couldn't he be just a regular person walking around? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought they killed you and they went to the next person and started killing.
I just assumed you controlled the thing and were killing all the guys.
I thought they like hid in your body to just get out of the fucking asylum and then we're just going to fucking wreak havoc. I didn't know. I don't know. They don't go to detail, do they?
They leave it a mystery.
Yep, but there's 2 more games after this, so I think.
There's definitely Outlast 2. I did also read there was a DLC.
Yeah.
The Whistleblower DLC, which is that, I guess, that guy from the beginning that told you to go there?
Yeah, I assume that's what it is, his original visit. But he gets out somehow. Unless he just put it in outgoing mail.
Who knows? I like sending outgoing mail.
Plan on doing that tomorrow.
All right.
So that's it. That's the end of the game.
That's it. That's the game. We did it. We got through it. It was spooky, but we were brave enough to get it. Get to the end there.
They said make it spooky.
I was a little spooked.
So let's go ahead. You guys have anything else to say? You want to just go right into the final thoughts, wrap this shit up?
Let's just go into final thoughts.
All right. Let's start with you, Dr. Syintist. We'll ask you 3 questions. We always ask. I'm just so surprised you don't know these yet, but it's, would you play it? Would you score it? Did the story work for you?
I wouldn't play it. Not my type of game.
Mm-hmm.
The story is, it's gold compared to what we normally do.
Uh-huh. Go on.
Not a fan of horror. I kind of think it's unnecessary a lot. But they kind of explained it away in this one, because then you gain control of it. I like the nanobot aspect, and it was different, like a sci-fi psychological horror type game mix. Nothing seemed ridiculous except all the people, but...
What do you mean? We're Nicky?
No, everybody.
Father Martin?
Rick Traeger? It was like, hey, you go ahead. Let's have that 2 martini lunch.
But
fucking yucking it up over there.
But the characters were interesting, at least.
Yeah.
They weren't all just vanilla characters. I thought it was overall decent. I gave it 12 stars. out of the 21 that it could have gotten.
Okay.
27.
27, yeah, sorry.
I'm not putting that in the crevice. You got it. You nailed it.
All right. So it's a lot higher than I thought it would be from you. Proud of you.
Well, I mean, after we've done what we've done the last couple weeks,
I know, right?
it kind of blew me away.
It's like, oh my God, it's not first-person shooter, so boom, 10 stars.
A not first-person shooter is an automatic 10 stars. Is that how we're doing?
That's how we start out.
But it is first-person, so.
Yeah, so what did you think, Poppascotch? Would you play it? Would you score it? And would the story work for you?
Would I play it? Maybe, because it seemed pretty short. Like, there was no combat. It was kind of just running around and hiding and getting through sections of weirdos until the next cutscene happened.
Yeah, I think the long play was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I watched a couple speedruns of it.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, it was, it wasn't an expensive game. It was like a $10, $15 game maybe. But it's supposed to be short, and that's fine. I think that works in its favor, because if I was playing 30 hours of this, I think I'd lose my mind.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be boring as shit.
True that.
So,
Running away isn't very fun gameplay either. But
yeah, I mean, running and hide is fun to a point, but eventually I just get bored. Like, I never finished Alien Isolation because I just got bored of running and hiding. Not that this is the same game as that, but, it still has kind of those elements to it. But anyway, would I play it overall? Maybe. I think I might, just because it's short and you could bang it out and it looks fun enough. Did the story work for me? I think for the most part it did, considering the the length of the game. I liked the idea, like Dr. Syintist said, that there's a nanobot that's killing people, and while it is still like sci-fi and a little far-fetched, it's better than here are ghosts that are spooky for spooky's sake.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, like, because all the stuff you see is people who are deeply disturbed, and from what I also gathered from it in the story, they were trying to make them more disturbed.
Yeah, because that's how they control the nanobots.
Yeah, that must have been the deep dream therapy that they were fucking with.
Yeah, because I guess they just took a bunch of people together, tried to make them as sane as possible, and one would rise to the top, and, that'd be the one that controls the nanobots, whatever. So, I was fine. Like, the characters were good. I liked Traeger. I liked the father, even though he was a real weirdo. Some of the random people you ran by were also unsettling. Like the one dude who was just eating another dude. He's like, you can't be here. Get out of here. Get out of here. He wasn't even like mad. He was like, hey, you're annoying me.
Like,
fuck off.
Close the door.
Yeah. So, I mean, with a game that didn't have that many characters, I thought the ones that were there were pretty good. It was a little over the top, but it was never saying it wasn't going to be. So that's fine. What would I liked the idea that you could only see the nanobots and the wall rider through the camera, like to your naked eye that was invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you had your night vision camera up, you could see it. And I like that. I like the implementation of the camera. Yeah, the batteries are a little bit silly, but still, I liked the idea. And it didn't seem like you were always looking through the camera. Like there were sections where there was enough light and you didn't need it and you could see.
Yes.
But as the game went on, obviously there were few and far in between. So what would I score it? I'm going to go high too, and I'm going to say 14 because I think it accomplished everything it meant to accomplish. And was it perfect and amazing? No, but it kept me entertained for sure for the amount of time I watched it. And I also loved Rick Traeger, and he might be my favorite character in the entire
Go from his
year
Halloween.
we've talked about games. So what about you, man of the hour, Sir Chump Slap? Would you play it? What'd you score it? Did the story work for you?
Yeah, I'd play it. I'd like to see a VR redo of it. How sick would that be?
Oh god, I shit myself. Like, and then you had to actually like hold the controller up to look through the camera.
Yeah, right. There you go.
That'd be pretty sick.
You actually have to like get down on the ground to hide under the bed and shit.
That sounds annoying.
Yeah, true.
It does, but still, I'd be interested. As long as it wasn't like 20 hours.
Yeah.
If it was like 2 hours, sure. If it was like 25, like, this is getting old.
Someone just walks in on you. Like, what are you doing laying on the floor? I'm hiding. Chris Walker's over there.
Great game you got there.
Nah, but it would be fucking sick. So yeah, I'd play it. Story worked for me. I thought it was pretty good. It worked. You just regular journalist who's got a tip, and you come across this crazy ass shit. I mean, I guess the anonymous tip could have went into a little more detail, so you knew what, maybe take a weapon with you.
Sure.
But, that's the way these things go.
Maybe it was all set up by Dr. Wernicke to get you there to control the nanobots.
Yeah, maybe Wernicke knew you were the other guy who could control them. Because he's read your articles, and he's like, this guy's sincerely fucked up.
I don't think we'll ever know.
No, maybe not. I'm going to check out Outlast 2 and let you guys know. But yeah, I'll say the story works for me. It's scary. It's creepy. It's altogether spooky. And let's see. You gave it a 12. You gave it a 14. I'll give it a smack dab in the middle. 13.
Not bad. That's a pretty good showing, I'd say.
Was it 39?
Yep, 39.
Yeah.
That is one of our highest of this year.
Yeah, it was definitely
right up there.
Different compared to what we've been doing. So that was a breath of fresh air.
I'll fucking say the last month was not. Ooh, the winner of the last month was Max Payne 2 with a 32, and that wasn't anything amazing. It is 3 points lower than what we gave God of War Ascension. We gave God of War Ascension a 42. We gave Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon a 40, which is 1 point more, and then we also gave Vagrant Story a 42, which was 3 points higher. So I think it's right in there with those.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the betters. Yeah.
All right, well then let's go ahead. We'll just shuffle on into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist, Tom Hanks' piece of content lock of the week.
Tom Hanks.
Woo. Perfect. So every week we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed Tom Hanks piece of content, and he never disappoints us because he always relates it to the game in such an amazing way. So can't wait to see what you have for us this week. Dr. Syintist, what do you got?
Well, after all those characters I saw in the game, all I could think of was the Burbs.
Fantastic.
I thought you were going to say Green Mile.
No. I assume Dr. Wernicke is the old guy that lives next door.
The Klopex.
Yes.
Oh, such an amazing film. Yeah, everyone should watch that anyway.
Yeah, you should always watch it.
That's a great Halloween film to watch.
Yeah. I want to kill
perfect.
everyone. Satan is good. Satan. You're chanting, right?
Ray, you're chanting. You're chanting, Ray. Fuck it. That's a great movie. All right, well, this week, you heard it here first. The Burbs. If you haven't watched it, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Seriously. If there's one movie from the 80s you got to watch, it's The Burbs.
Yeah, you got Rick Dockerman in it. You got Corey Feldman.
What else do you need to know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks does a cherry on top.
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Classic. So go watch The Burbs. Even if we didn't recommend it, go watch it anyway. It's probably been a while. Watch it again. So that'll take us to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slap's Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Halloween edition.
Every week we ask, we don't ask it, every week Dr. Syintist and
What
I
are you going to edit that out now?
pick 3 characters from the game we just talked about, and Chump Slap has to decide
Sure
which
you don't
one's
want to do
going to
that
marry,
intro a
which one's
third
going to
time?
murder, which one's going to have sex with. This week, it's my turn in the rotation to pick 2 characters, and wow, we do not have a huge pool
No,
here.
not at all.
Well, I guess I'll pick Traeger, because he's definitely my favorite character.
Yeah,
You're not going to win in any of these situations.
Oh, maybe. If you guys pick the one.
You got someone in mind? Okay,
Yeah,
let me think.
I got a
so
winner.
I'll go with Traeger and the Wall Rider.
Yeah, the Wall Rider was the winner.
All right, Traeger, the Wall Rider, and Father Martin.
Ooh.
Nice.
Well,
It's a tough one.
I think I'll marry the Wall Rider. Because I don't know if I could ever control it, but it'd be fucking sick if I could. And if not, is anyone even going to notice it around? So what does it matter?
I wonder if they didn't really make it clear in the game, but do you control it or does it control you?
I think they made it pretty clear in the game that you control it.
Okay, gotcha. I must have missed that.
Maybe.
Thanks for saving a crevice.
But I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to marry that because the other options are just gross. So I'll fuck the priest, Father Martin, and I'll have to kill Traeger because I mean, I don't know. There's something about I can't have sex with a skinless guy who walks around in a butcher's apron.
You changed.
I don't know. He was just gross as hell, man.
It's not the Chump Slap I remember.
You gonna get blood all over you? I don't know. Plus, I don't know. The priest was. At least he believed in something.
So you're fucking the priest.
Damn straight.
You're killing Traeger.
Mm-hmm.
And that leaves you marrying the Wall Rider.
Yeah, it'd be great. I'd like to see what kind of life we can live together.
That's adorable. But let's say some people thought that was blasphemy, that you'd marry a bunch of nanobots, and they had just so many words to tell us about that. Where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, you can send that to plottytime@gmail.com.
Awesome. And if for all those Traeger fans who have all this Traeger fan art and are pretty mad that you're going to kill him, where could they get to us real fast on the socials, Dr. Syintist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram and Twitter.
I'd like to see that fan art. That would be pretty sweet.
What if they have some fan art of like you and Traeger embracing?
With the nanobots jealous in the background.
They're filming it.
Hey, I'd like to see that too.
Yeah, send it our way. If you want to watch our logo as you listen to the podcast, get around those work filters, go ahead and like and subscribe on YouTube. You can watch every episode there and enjoy. So that does it for us. So get out there, be safe, play some games, and we'll talk to you next time.
See ya. Say goodbye, Syintist.
No.